Yo, what's happening, y'all? It's your man Valentine, baby. Coming here from on the grind. It's your home edition, y'all. I'm trying to get it to y'all outside, but the furthest I can go is opening the door. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, I think we all got to take a deep breath because I have to say happy Juneteenth. And Juneteenth is celebrated by 47 states, and you know what, hopefully more. And I don't believe Juneteenth is celebrated in Canada unless people know about it. So that definitely something has to be done about that. But now I'm gonna take a deep breath because to talk about Juneteenth, man, is just emotional, and it's also exhausting because this is the kind of stuff that we got to deal with as black people for 400 years, man. And yeah, it's a tough one. But anyway, I mean, Juneteenth is the day that all slaves were freed. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Think about this for a minute. The fact that slavery was ended in 1863, and in this area, the slaves didn't know about it for 2 years. So 1865, June 19th, yo. Come on. Can you feel me? 2 years afterwards, these cats didn't tell the slaves that they were free so that they can use it. They can use them to still pick cotton. And there was a huge cotton plantation, and the cotton was growing. That was a big commodity at that time. So they wanted the slaves to pick more cotton. So they tortured them for another 2 years, beating them, raping them, hanging them for 2 more years after the Emancipation Proclamation. Can you feel me? And if the colonel, I don't remember his name. You know what? Let me think about that for a minute. Yeah, there was a colonel that rode into town and actually had to read that to the slaves that they were free. And the reason they couldn't read it themselves was because they couldn't read. So the colonel had to read it for him, or the major general, or whatever his name is. I forgot his name. You can look that up though. But this is the reason why they found out they was free. You know what I mean? And so the freedom of the slaves didn't come for at least another 2 years. So it took them 2 years, man, to tell these people that they were free. So Juneteenth, it's the meshing of June and the 19th. If y'all can't understand that one. You know what I mean? So now, now the slaves are free. So, and like I said, the Emancipation Proclamation said every slave that was free should get 40 acres and a mule. So these folks, they took that to heart. They got their 40 acres and a mule. I don't know if they got it. I'm just saying though. You know what I mean? In Tulsa, where this happened, I mean, the slaves are doing their thing. Now they making things happen for themselves. You know what I mean? And what happens? Come along 1921. You see, the fact that white folks can't understand that, listen, you know what? Black folks are smart, resourceful, and can do things. But you see, the white folks didn't think that. They didn't want that to happen. They didn't want black folks to be smarter than them, be richer than them, make more money than them, drive and living in a nice house, maybe driving a car back then. You feel what I'm saying? The white folks didn't want that. So what did they do? 1921 comes along. They come to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and burn down the slaves' homes, killing them. They killed 300 people, y'all. 1921 in that massacre. 300 people. For what reason? Because the black folks were basically living good. They were living large. They called this place where the black folks were living Black Wall Street, y'all. Can you imagine? White folks didn't want to hear that. Black Wall Street? Please. They didn't want no black folks. They thought black folks was ignorant, dumb, stupid, can't read, can't write. They can't do nothing for themselves. But oh my gosh, can you imagine if they were doing better than the white folks? They couldn't have had that. This is why they done that. 1921. And think about this. This ignorant knucklehead, Trump, is saying that he made Juneteenth famous. Come on, black people. Can you imagine? This fool said he made Juneteenth famous. He didn't even know what Juneteenth was. You know what I mean? And some of you black folks too, I understand y'all don't know what it is either. Because y'all never heard of it. In Canada, certain folks don't even celebrate Juneteenth. They don't even know what Juneteenth is. Because of all the things that's been happening right now, some of y'all getting a little education. So for you black folks, go get your history, man. Get your history lesson. And for you white folks who don't know nothing, get your history lesson as well. Don't let somebody as ignorant as Trump tell you that he's the one that created Juneteenth. Juneteenth has been celebrated for over 155 years. You feel what I'm saying? 155 years. And it's not a national holiday. Why is that? And you know what? Why isn't it a national holiday in Canada? Why is Black History Month not celebrated by everybody? I mean, you only talk about it and celebrate it maybe one day. Certain people. Martin Luther King Day should be a national holiday in Canada. So come on now. I mean, Juneteenth is one of those holidays, man. 155 years. There's a late 93-year-old woman named Oprah Lee that's walking from, I think, Texas to Washington to try to make this thing a holiday. You know what I mean? All the people that's been fighting legislation, trying to get this a holiday. Why is it so hard? Why is this so hard? You see, it is still the struggle. Even though we were free in 1863, it took 2 years for them to get it done in Tulsa for Juneteenth to happen. And you know what? It's taken 400 years for them to still sit there and set us free. Because black people are still not free. Because you can't even get a holiday for Juneteenth or Martin Luther King Day. It's always so hard. Wait a minute, we got to collect data. The heck kind of data do you need? 300 people was killed on June 21st. Let me slow down a minute. 300 people was killed in the massacre in 1921. You know what I mean? Right now, listen, we don't know how many people have been killed by the police and killed by whoever just because you're black. So we need to get this done. And Justin Trudeau, you need to get it together, dog. And you need to sit there and come out. You want to try to do stuff. And remember, Mr. Singh getting kicked out of the house. You know what? This is another form of systemic racism, where the House Speaker, he's white. He probably don't know anything. The correct MP, he's white. So they get to stay in the house while Jagmeet leaves the house. You know what I mean? The systemic racism of that. Now listen, I'm here to talk about Juneteenth, y'all, because we need it to be a holiday. And we need the 155 years of people trying to celebrate this thing and saying, hey, look, this should be a national holiday because this is the last day of slaves being free. And understand, this is the freedom. This is the freedom holiday, man. So everyone who does not understand Juneteenth, go out and read about it. Because I think Kamala Harris is doing, she and Cory Booker and everybody else is trying to legislate, put something through the House in the U.S. to make it an entire holiday, right? So that's what should happen. And we should do that here in Canada too. All the folks who are sitting there talking all pretty words and ain't doing nothing need to step up and make Juneteenth, Martin Luther King Day, a national holiday. You know what I mean? So this is what we need to do, y'all. And like I said, happy Juneteenth to all my black brothers and sisters. And for all you white folks who don't know, what you can do, you can go talk to your MP or your MLA or whatever it is. This is what you got to do. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey, everyone who's out there marching right now, remember, we're going through a pandemic, y'all. And you've got to stay safe. Wear your mask. Social distance. And handle your business. You know what I mean? This is how we're going to get through this pandemic. So, like I said, happy Juneteenth, y'all. And all the people who been fighting for this, I got number love for y'all. So, everyone stay safe. And again, it's also National Aboriginal Day this weekend. So, make sure we get on that train too. You know what I mean? It's not just black folks. Aboriginal people been fighting for a long time too, for equality. So let's get that together. Let's get it together. People, let's start sitting down and make changes. That's what we got to do. Yo, it's your man Valentine, baby. Everything is your time to shine. You need to get on the ground with your man Valentine. Happy Juneteenth, y'all.